So this video I think is going to be over a few days. I'm still adding pieces onto it as I'm doing the voiceover now. I'm starting this particular day by washing the towels. As I said, on most of the doors, especially upstairs, I've got pegs on there, so it's a lot easier for clothing and towels and everything. And so that's what today was about. Plus, I had a number of phone consultations as well. And I did FaceTime with a couple of friends, which ended up being a couple of hours, an hour here, there and everywhere, catching up on that sort of thing. So that was that day gone. This is now another day. I could only do a little bit at a time. I did all my black washing, as you can see, for bathroom and cloakroom. I did do the front lawn, but then I brought everything round the back. I shut and locked the doors and just had to chill out. I got through 2 containers of water and had to sit down, had some lunch. My blood pressure was a little bit up, plus it was getting warm. So after about a 2-hour break, I was then able to go onto the back garden, but the back lawn took me all afternoon to do. I would do maybe 1 or 2 sort of rows with the mower. Then I would have to sit down and have a drink and just chill out and things like that. Yes, Daniel was a little bit annoyed with me because he said, "Mum, wait till I get home from work and I'll deal with it." But bless him, he's doing long hours and he does help me out an awful lot and very supportive. So I said, don't worry about it. I've got it done now. And basically, if I just do a little bit at a time. Excuse me, I'm trying to remember what I was doing while I put this voiceover. It does make a big difference, even by just mowing the lawns, even though they badly need weeding, but you can only do what you can do. And I know I'm like a stuck record when I say about getting basics done, but because I get my basics done, including now paperwork, a bit of paperwork each day, going through the folders and everything, it soon gets on top of it. And I do make sure paperwork, as soon as it comes through the door, it's dealt with, whether it needs filing away, whether it needs action or whatever. And I have got those folders now in a paper sort of holder that I'm dealing with now. And once a piece has been dealt with, it either gets destroyed or it gets filed away if I need to use it at a further date. Now you can see that I've actually done the lawn. It does look quite nice. The path, needs weeding. A bit of weeding needs doing. Basically, the hedge could be done, but I don't touch the hedge. That is a bit too hard going for me. This is the before of the back garden, and like I said, it did take me the rest of the afternoon to deal with this and get this done. But once the lawn is done, I could leave it and relax a bit and everything. But I'm dealing with so many different things at the moment. But I will say, while you're seeing this footage, the areas that I've decluttered and organised, I've remained decluttered and organised. And I'm really pleased that I'm keeping on top of them and trying not to clutter the areas that I have sorted. As you can see, back garden's done. In between doing that, having 2 or 3 things at the go, I'm doing some crafting. That will be in a separate video. This is now another day. This was the day that I spent at my friend's. This is all going to my friend's. She wanted some jars that I had some spare ones that I hadn't used. Folders, these containers that I've used for years, but I didn't need them because I'm going to spend, or I did spend the day sorting all her craft pieces out for herself and her 7 grandkids. Didn't use that gold sort of pen holder, but I did use the plastic one. So all this left our home. This is another day. This was the day that I had our granddaughter, or should I say my granddaughter, for the day. We did colouring, we did jigsaws, we played games. We actually went for a walk up to B&M, which is in a separate video. It's a B&M haul with my granddaughter, and that's in a separate video. So Daniel and I actually completed the jigsaw. We did realise that there was going to be one piece possibly missing, and earlier on we found that this is missing. We should have realised because it looks like someone's put an X on the box. This was 49p. I can't remember if I actually purchased it from the charity shop or a friend did, but we did realise there was another piece missing that could have got you know, knocked off somewhere in the lounge. But it was a very hard jigsaw. It must have been, I put this now right at the top end as being the really sort of hardest jigsaw I've had to do, due to the fact it wasn't one of those that we could start on the outside. We started on the inside and worked our way out. And also it was a case of sort of once or twice a day used to have a little segment, say on the outside, where it's all sort of white, and just matter of getting a couple of pieces and just trying them, if you know what I mean, and going through all the pieces that were left. That's the only way I got it completed. So I will be smashing that up, and that will then go in the get rid of pile. And then with my granddaughter, we watched this Lilo and Stitch. This is one of the DVDs I got 10 for £1 from the charity shop, although we got the Disney Channel. I wanted to check that was okay and everything, so that was something else. So I've got a little bit of tidying up to do. As I might have mentioned through this video, this is being put together over a few days. Now, this was another day out. We travelled to Corby. We spent quite a lot of the day out, my son and I, and we went to a few receipts here because we ended up going to Clearance Bargains. Then we went to the Phoenix Retail Park in Corby, where we went to Asda, the Iceland Food Warehouse, and the Range. That I may have brought these sort of things up anyway, you know, mentioning these stores. As I say, this is a couple of days. Yeah, I've just put the receipts down. So first of all, I am not doing a food haul. As I said, a lot's been going on this week. So first of all, 2 Christmas presents. I'm way behind. I normally shop all the year round, but I am keeping my costing down this year. There was one opened in the store. Clearance Bargains used to be just Argos, but they do a number of different merchandise from different stores, whether it's excess stock or discontinued stock or whatever. This one is JS Home. This was £5, I said, Clearance Bargains. The Amazing Spider-Man light. This is for a relative, battery and USB powered. And basically that's what it is. You know, because a lot of the guys in my family are mad on DC and Marvel, so it's just sort of a little thing. As I said, I am keeping the costs down. This may come up obviously nearer the time with ideas obviously for Christmas. And then for my youngest son Daniel, I've got Deadpool 1 and 2 Blu-ray. I also got for another relation a little while ago, I got a box set of the assembly ones as well. Now I thought this one was going to be £4 at least because it's Blu-ray, but when she put the code in at the cashier, it came as £1.50. Yes, you heard me, £1.50 for both of those. So I've got that as a stocking filler. As I say, costing is going to be really down this year. Obviously I'm having to watch my money as well, but I'm getting a few little bits in. mainly token gifts, if you know what I mean. But I try and buy things that, you know, are going to be used and everything. And I know this will go on my other son's work desk at home, because say he likes Marvel and DC and things like that. Did have food in Asda, but again, not doing it. This is the bubbles. I thought this was pretty good actually, for this. £1.25. Some of them can be quite expensive, but it is quite a cheap sort of entertainment. This is for 1 litre of bubbles, because we got like a little battery operated bubble machine. We've also got her Barbie, which is really long, and we've also got Peppa Pig, which is like a little bucket with the different, gizmos to blow the bubbles through. This might seem strange when I keep saying this. I often get, tissues in for Christmas, Easter baskets or whatever. This is Marvel. And one year, I know years ago, everybody had colds and everything, and I put tissues, and it was surprising how these sort of things were used, like lip balms and little mini pots of Vic and everything, because I knew leading up to Christmas everybody was ill that year. So yeah, I got these tissues, and that's for 6 packs for Marvel, and that were £1. I like getting these sort of things in, and ones for females as well. I've got Peter Rabbit ones. I think they came from, like to say, Poundland. Like I use at Easter, but it's one of those things, especially for Christmas stockings, Easter baskets or whatever. Even if I'm putting a little gift basket together, it's nice to have pieces that are going to be used. The other 3 items, as you might have seen, that I did a shop with me in the range. It was mostly autumn decor, but there was a few other decor pieces as well I included. And I was really careful. I didn't do the whole store, because I know there was a comment recently about, Christmas being set up or started for the lights and everything, and the dark tunnel for the lights. I've always loved Christmas, but even I think it's a bit early. It's because I'm still counting it as summer. I know on YouTube there's a lot that are dealing with decorating for autumn, Halloween, the lot. We're in August. I mean, let's face it, it's just nice to have a bit of summer. So I'm not one of those. If anything, I'm usually always late, doing these sort of decor videos. But I'd rather wait possibly till the end of August, or at least to beginning of September, when I do my autumn pieces. But just 3 different things, mostly because I've got some mini pumpkins. As you know, I've got these, but I've also got some smaller ones, but I've turned those around so you can't actually tell that these ones are pumpkins. But I've got a few projects on the go, and so I've got these mini little apple picks, and these were £1.29, either £1.25 or £1.29. I think they were £1.29. Yes, you can collect them, but I got these acorns. They were also £1.29. And then I've also got this full collection. It's got a knitted pumpkin, but it's like this wicker sort of thing. I've mostly got that because those 2 are for projects, and this one is for sort of this area. That's my idea, even if I sort of stick it in sort of there, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure, obviously with everything going on, that although I bought a lot of things after the different seasons, I always do that. That's how I've got all my decor. And I bought new pieces for Halloween, but I think that's one holiday that I might be skipping this year for obvious reasons. It could change, but yes. So that is that little mini haul. As I said, this video is over a few days. That will keep coming up, I'm sure, because from day to day, sometimes, when you're piecing things together, sometimes you forget what you've said. So that is that part for today. As I said, spent the whole day sort of shopping and everything, and then obviously putting my food away when we got home. As per usual, I'm sitting on the floor here. I've got my sleeping bag and a blanket and everything. Today didn't go as planned. I got a phone call this morning to say that my mum wasn't very well. She was running temperature and everything. So I said, well, because she's in a home out of town, I said, okay, bear with me, I'll come and see her. Daniel wasn't working, so he was able to take me, and we actually picked my dad and my brother up. I'd had the day planned. We was going to go food shop because I need to get some food in. We was going to go to the tip, the charity shop. We was going to do it on a loop sort of thing and get things done. Because bless his soul, I think I mentioned this, Daniel's actually paid for me and him to go to Skegness for a long weekend. So this particular weekend we wanted to get things done, and I'm trying not to make another mess. I've got 3 or 4 different things on the go. So anyway, ended up going out of town to visit my mum. Yeah, she's in quite a bad way, and they said they're waiting for the doctor to come out to her. They wanted my advice whether I want her hospitalised or whatever. I said, well, I don't want to stress my mum out, but I'll take medical advice from the doctor, you know, whether she'll be okay. They said it might be just a case of, because it's an infection, antibiotics and whatever. So yeah, and so by the time we come back to town and dropped my brother off, my dad off, went and did the food shop. It was late, well, coming into early evening. So yeah, we just basically had a late lunch. Dad was in the bath now, and then I'm going to have a bath. So obviously this is another day. It didn't go to plan, but there you go. I always say this is why I try to keep on my basics and everything, you know, because a spanner in the works, it just seems to be one thing after another. We do need this weekend away again because so much has just been happening and everything. So yeah, I'm now waiting on a report back from the doctor, because the trouble is I'm suffering badly with high blood pressure as well, and not sleeping, and one thing or another, and basically I needed to have my meds and things. So yeah, that's one reason why I didn't stay there. I'm just waiting now on a phone call to say what's happening. She's comfortable and everything, so there we are. So it's just one thing or another. This has been going on since the middle of December anyway. So as you know, my mum's been in and out of hospital, so she's still in the nursing home at the moment, so I'm waiting on that. I know this video has been very bitty, but I haven't done a lot of videoing. Normally I upload every day. Sometimes I end up doing 2 or 3 videos in one day because there might be different themes. This one is clubbing a lot of things together. I've got a lot going on again in my life, do you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to take it one step at a time. I've also got 2 or 3 videos on the go that are going to be clubbed together. I mentioned this. One is you know, crafting, and I'm doing a few little autumn bits. Another one is stuff leaving our home, things like that. You know, and sometimes that might be just photographs or a bit of video, and then I'll put a voiceover. So I think most of this video probably is a voiceover because it's a number of days. One day, as I mentioned, I spent at my friend's house sorting out crafting stuff out for her and her 7 grandkids. I had a granddaughter for a day. Then there was the business, obviously, going to the care home and food shop. Corby we did as well. And then I had a day where a couple of days, just generally getting things done, and a number of telephone consultations as well. Still sorting out financial pieces as well, and pensions and everything. So hopefully, you know, it's not too disjointed, and whether you like this sort of video. The only thing I haven't included is that I did make a few cards because I find that as a stress reliever. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.